ujasiri tulio nao Mheshimiwa Rais wa kulinda taifa letu. Tazama Mheshimiwa Rais, katika mafunzo yao wao husema every jump is a new jump. Makofi kwake Senior Sergeant John Kide akitua mahali hapa salama salmin. Mheshimiwa Rais, Mheshimiwa Rais, wakija bado wanasoma anga, ambapo hii leo anayebeba bendera ya majeshi ya ulinzi, majeshi ya nchi kavu, akitua hapa salama salmin, akisoma upepo na kutua salama salmin. Mheshimiwa Rais, tumpe makofi Mheshimiwa Rais. Anayebeba bendera ya majeshi ya ulinzi, Senior Sergeant Steven Irungu, akiweza kutua mahali hapa salama salmin. Mheshimiwa Rais, jeshi akitua salama salmin. Mheshimiwa Rais, basi Mheshimiwa Rais, ukiweza kutazama upande wangu wa kulia, anayebeba bendera ya jeshi la wanamaji ambaye ni Marine Commando Sergeant John Kizogona, akisoma upepo kuja kwa utaratibu. Mheshimiwa Rais, kuweza kutua mahali hapa siku ya leo. Tazama Mheshimiwa Rais, kwa weledi na ujuzi walio nao, tumshangilie kwa makofi anapotua mahali hapa. Sergeant Kizogona, fika salama salmin. Akija kutua Corporal Kevin Kipande, fika salama salmin. Mheshimiwa Rais, makofi kwao. Mheshimiwa Rais, isharti kwamba kila mmoja aweze kujivungia mwavuli wake anapotua mahali hapa salama salmin. Na ukiona wale ambao wanatua kule kando mwa uwanja, katika lugha ya kijeshi wanaweka sentry, anatua kwa umaridadi. Tuwape makofi wanapotua mahali hapa salama salmin, wakiwa na ujasiri. Mheshimiwa Rais wa mwisho, Warrant Officer 1 Ronald Bichanga na bendera ya gatuzi la Homa Bay. Tunashangilia kwa makofi Mheshimiwa Rais. Asante sana Mheshimiwa Rais. Niombe kwa heshima uweze kuketi tunapoweza kuhitimisha vipindi vyetu vya kijeshi kwa ujumla. Wananchi wa Homa Bay, tuwape makofi wana miavuli wetu. Happy Madaraka Day! Basi Mheshimiwa Rais, unavyoshuhudia hivi sasa wakiweza kujikunjia miavuli yao tayari kuweza kutuaga hapa uwanjani baada ya kutua mahali hapa salama salmin. Hizi ni tamasha, japo wakati wa operesheni Mheshimiwa Rais, wao huwa wamejivungia zana zao za kivita, wakiwa wamebeba zana zao za kivita, miavuli, chakula watakayotumia kwa siku 7, kwa sababu operesheni fupi yao huchukua siku 7 kuendelea, wakiwa tayari kuweza kuondoka hapa uwanjani. Kauli mbiu ya chuo cha mafunzo yao ikiwa knowledge dispels fear. Tuwasindikize kwa makofi mazuri wanapoondoka hapa uwanjani. Maarifa hufurusha uoga, ikiwa ni kauli mbiu yao. kiongozi wa kikundi hiki akiwa ni Warrant Officer 1 Obadia Midibe wakipeana heshima mbele ya jukwaa, na anayetufungia nyuma ni Warrant Officer 1 Paul Aluku Omasaja. Mheshimiwa Rais, na huo ndio utakuwa mwisho wa tamasha zetu za kijeshi kwa pamoja. Ningependa kuwashukuru waliofanikisha makala haya: Brigadier Elijah Ndegwa Gatere, Brigadier Collins Mitoko, Brigadier Ahmed Mohamed Saman, Brigadier Joel Mayo, Kanali Ali Ibrahim Boru, Kanali Luke Nandasaba, Kanali Frederick Serem, Major Ismail Olwal, OGW, Major Samson Bwana Kodo, Captain Jen Nasirian Lenguris, Sergeant Duncan Kakundi. Niweze kuwashukuru wakuu wa itifaki, Major Charles Obwong, Major Lorot Ingolan, Sylvester, na niweze pia kuwashukuru wenzangu Senior Sergeant Kisuya George, Sergeant Masi Chitai, Corporal Kiti Jefwa. Jina langu ni Sergeant Misango Mbae, nikiweza kurejesha kwake katana aweze kuendelea na sherehe zinazofuata.
Naam, shukrani sana mwenzangu Misango Mbae. Mheshimiwa Rais, asante sana kwa kuweza kufika siku ya leo kwenye sherehe za Madaraka, ambapo tunaenda kusherehekea pia vile vile gwaride la pili, gwaride la maskauti, ambapo mbele yako Mheshimiwa Rais tutakuwa na maskauti wa kike wa kiume, Girl Guides pamoja St. John's Ambulance, vile vile Bandari Maritime Academy. Siku ya leo Mheshimiwa Rais, gwaride la maskauti litaongozwa na bendi za mseto, ikiwa ni bendi ya Agero Sare High School, Mbita High School, Homa Bay High School, wakiweza kuhakikisha kwamba hatua zilizoko ndani ya gwaride hili zitaenda kuwa sawa sawia. Mheshimiwa Rais, ikiwa wewe ndiye baba mlezi wa vikosi hivi vya maskauti wa kike na wa kiume, kunaye Chief Scouts ambaye ni Professor Jacob Kaimenyi, pia vile vile Chief Commissioner Mr. Vincent Rodadi, Chief Executive Officer Bwana Moses Ndada, wakiwa tayari kabisa kutuletea gwaride hili la maskauti siku ya leo. Parade Commander atakuwa ni Kanglain Jean Court Kisulu. Bendi Mheshimiwa Rais, bendi zetu zitaenda kutupromoshea miziki ya kizazi kipya, miziki ya awali na pia vile vile miziki ya dini, ili kuweza kushika katika nyanja zote za ukuaji wa binadamu. Ikiwa kuna vijana, kuna wazee, pia vile vile wanarika. Scouts, Mheshimiwa Rais, wanaweza kupata mafunzo mashuleni kwao kwa kuweza kuwa na maadili mema kwenye jamii. Ni katika ile hali ya kuweza kukuza watoto ambao wataenda kurithi kwenye maisha ya kibinadamu. Hivyo basi wanaskauti wako na takriban wafuasi 4.4. Girl Guides pia naye vile vile wakiwa wanaweza kufunzwa mafunzo ya kuweza kuishi na kuweza kuwa na dhamana mbele ya umati, wakiwa na takriban wafuasi 200,000. St. John's Ambulance hali kadhalika, Mheshimiwa Rais, wakiwa na wafuasi takriban 1,500. Hawa wanafunzwa huduma ya kwanza ili kuweza kuhudumia wananchi wakati wa majanga. Girl Guides vile vile Mheshimiwa Rais wako chini ya himaya zake mama mlezi Mheshimiwa B. Rachel Ruto, mama taifa. Mwenyekiti wa kitaifa akiwa ni Teresia Chebet Maina, kamishina mkuu akiwa ni Rose Kioko, kaimu afisa mtendaji wa taifa akiwa ni Claire Opio, naye vile vile mwenyekiti wa bodi wa dhamani akiwa ni Honorin Kiplangat. Kikundi cha kwanza Mheshimiwa Rais cha Scouts hawa ikiwa ni Sungura, wakiwa wamevalia skefu ya rangi ya manjano, wanasema do your best, miaka 6 hadi 11, wakisherehekea nasi sherehe za Madaraka. Kikundi cha pili kinachofuata Mheshimiwa Rais ni kikundi cha chipukizi, wakivalia skefu ya rangi ya kijani kibichi, miaka 12 hadi 15, wakisema be prepared. Kikundi cha tatu Mheshimiwa Rais ni kikundi cha wanadada ambacho kinajulikana kama Mwamba Scouts, wakivalia skefu ya maroon, miaka 16 hadi 18, mwito wao wakisema look wide, vile vile wakiwa na vijana ndani yao. Mheshimiwa Rais, kwa kutamatisha gwaride la maskauti ni kikundi jasiri, wakivalia rangi ya chungwa, miaka 19 hadi 26, wakisema service. Kwa kutufungulia Girl Guides Mheshimiwa Rais ni watoto wadogo kabisa wa miaka 3 hadi 6, shule ya chekechea, wanajulikana kama Rainbow, wakirusha mkono mbele na nyuma. Wapi makofi yao wananchi tafadhali? Vile vile kikundi kinachofuata Mheshimiwa Rais ni kikundi Brownie, miaka 7 hadi 9, shule ya msingi. Girl Guides miaka 10 hadi 14, wakipita wakivalia rangi nyekundu. Vile vile Rangers Mheshimiwa Rais wanatufungia gwaride la Girl Guides wakiwa miaka 14 hadi 18. Wanaofuata Mheshimiwa Rais ni St. John's Ambulance kutoka shule ya Asumbi Girls High na vile vile Ogande Girls High. Wakiwa katika vikundi vyao vitatu Mheshimiwa Rais, Bandari Maritime Academy Mheshimiwa Rais, hawa wanaweza kupeana mafunzo kwa vijana wanaofanya kazi ndani ya meli, ndani ya fuo za bahari na hata vile vile ndani ya maziwa yetu. Mheshimiwa Rais, ndio hao wanapita kwa umaridadi kabisa. Iwapo mmoja wao anatamani kwenda kufanya kazi ndani ya meli, yani unalipwa ukisafiri ndani ya maji, basi Bandari Maritime wanatufungia gwaride la maskauti wa kike na wa kiume, Girl Guides pamoja St. John's Ambulance, vile vile Bandari Maritime. Bendi yetu wanapotoka uwanjani, ambayo ni bendi ya mseto Agero Sare High, Mbita High School, Homa Bay High School, wakifunga gwaride hili. Mheshimiwa Rais, ningependa kuwashukuru walioweza kutusaidia kukamilisha gwaride hili, ikiwa ni Rispa Omala, Rachel Imwani, Catherine Njuguna, Captain Kazungu, na mie Wilfred Katana Iha, nikiweza kuletea matangazo haya moja kwa moja ili tuweze kusherehekea siku za Madaraka. Asante sana bendi kwa kuweza kututamatishia gwaride hilo. Asante sana bendi. Ningeomba kurudisha kwake usukani huu Mheshimiwa Rais kwa mkuu wa kitengo cha matangazo ya Rais, Bwana Michael Gitonga aweze kuendelea na ratiba ifuatayo. Kwako Michael Gitonga.
Asante sana. Tuwapigie makofi tafadhali kwa yale ambayo ametuandalia hapa. Mheshimiwa Rais, naomba sasa tuweze kutulia kwa maombi na niwaalike watakaotuongoza kwa maombi siku ya leo. Nimwalike Bishop Bernard Okumu Ondiek akifuatiliwa na Sheikh Ali Abdullahi, alafu atakayetufungia ni Abednego Adiembo. Twende kwa maombi tafadhali.
Our dear Heavenly Father, Maker of heaven and earth, we thank you for this Madaraka Day, a day that marks our nation's journey towards self-governance, unity, and purpose. Lord, I lift the President of the Republic of Kenya, His Excellency Dr. William Samoei Ruto. May you grant him divine wisdom, strength, and vision as he leads this nation. Guide his heart with justice, compassion, and courage to make decisions that uplift every Kenyan citizen. I pray for the visiting president. God, keep our two nations united in peace and prosperity. I also uplift up Deputy President and all of the national leaders. I pray for the citizens of Kenya. God, I pray for hope, resilience, and opportunity in abundance. May every family be sheltered in your abundant love and grace. May your truth, love, and righteousness reign in every corner of this country. Oh God, bless Kenya in the name of Jesus Christ.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Kila jinsi la sifa njema ni lako Mola mlezi wa viumbe vyote, mfalme wa siku ya misho. Ni wewe tu ndio tunakuabudu na ni wewe tu ndio tunakuomba msaada. Ya Allah, ambaye aliyeumba mbingu na ardhi, udumishe taifa letu amani, upendo, umoja, undugu na maendeleo. Ya Allah, tuliosanyika hapa kwa siku muhimu ya Wakenya wote, na hii madaraka tumepata kwa uwezo wako kwa kupitia wazee wetu waliotangulia, ndio leo sisi tunavujivunia. Ya Allah, tunakushukuru kwa hiyo. Tunazidi kukuomba, ya Allah, umjalie kiongozi wetu mheshimiwa Dr. William Samoei Ruto, umpe afya na maisha marefu pamoja na baba Amolo Odinga. Ya Allah, uwajalie viongozi wetu yote. Ya Allah, umjalie rais mgeni ambaye alitutembelea hafla hii. Umjalie mama wetu Gladys Wanga Nyasuna, umpe afya na maisha marefu. Ya Allah, ili watumie madaraka hii kwa manufaa ya kuinua taifa letu na kwa manufaa ya kuinua nchi yetu. Ya Allah, uko na uwezo, umjalie Kenya yetu, umjalie kaunti yetu. Amina ya rabbal alamin.
Katonda omulushwe kyalo ne bigiri nyakyanga owire warero no wiro unene wa Kenya batukana nabo obukanga shibo kulinde kyalo kyabu. Katonda tukolotio awaga kabalwanire kyalo kuna bamala kugona twamokono gawo ne migizigi yabu banyo barinde kayuwa omanyire Kenya ni serikali erindwe no munene kandi mukulundo munene Daktari William Samoei Ruto okole mirmogeza Kenya kweno wolu gandazo ngeganda zionate ikole mirmalala tusabira omwiko ifu president oze kutuwa no mugeni oganyumurinde kumira gaza kubanu. Katonda nsaba county zifu pirangwe na brio zikole mirmogeza kandi Homa Bay mama Gladys Wanga arinde Homa Bay no wolu wazoga watu wae kusawa ni kusasama. Katonda nitola Kenya tamakono gao ganyo warre awariari abagala kureta erioga mukyalo ganyo wareta lala tukolemiri malala Kenya kikome kayuwa ni kusawa matinyu nizeze muwarre kyalo kuno kani murinde kyalo kuno. Katonda rinde kyalo kuno. Katonda reto wolu tuonate tuikale no wolu katonda otio kulugonzilu wao. Rinda wa Kenya.
Amen. Rinda wa Kenya. Your Excellency Dr. William Samoei Ruto, President and Commander-in-Chief of the Kenya Defence Forces. Your Excellency Rachel Ruto, the First Lady of the Republic of Kenya. Your Excellency Natasha Pirks Musar, the President of Slovenia. Your Excellency Professor Kithure Kindiki, Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya. Your Excellency Dr. Joyce Kithure, spouse to the Deputy President. The Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. The Prime Cabinet Secretary, Honorable Musalia Mudavadi. The Speaker of the National Assembly and the Senate. Lady Justice Martha Koome, Chief Justice and President of the Supreme Court. The Chief of Defense Forces, General Charles Kahariri. Service Commanders. Your Excellency Gladys Wanga, Governor of Homa Bay County. All governors present, cabinet secretaries and principal secretaries present, members of parliament, all senior national government and county government leaders, residents of Homa Bay na Wakenya wote ambao tunasherehekea siku ya madaraka ya leo. Mheshimiwa Rais, kwa niaba ya kamati andalizi ya tamasha hii ya siku ya madaraka, naomba utukubalie tuweze kuandalia burudani fupi. Wenzangu Beatrice Gatonye na Boni Musambi, mmetuandalia yapi? Hebu tuende kazi.
Mheshimiwa Rais, tumetua Nyanza.
Bila shaka hapa ni Homa Bay, moyo wa Ziwa Victoria.
Na kwa kusema hivyo tunamaanisha kuwa burudani ya hapa huacha historia ikijirekodi yenyewe. Leo hii Mheshimiwa Rais, tumekuandalia mseto kabambe wa utamaduni wa jamii ya Dholuo, wasanii maarufu wa taifa, nyimbo za Injili, wakongwe wa Orutu, wapiga densi wa kuvunja sakafu ya jukwaa.
Mheshimiwa Rais, leo utaweza kuwaona macho kwa macho wasanii wakali kutoka eneo hili, kama vile akina nani Maslin,
Charles Odhiambo, Aroji Chogo, Papa T, Linda Wino na Kevin Gombe.
Lakini kabla hawaja kuwa mastaa Mheshimiwa Rais, walianza kama watoto, na ndio maana nasi tunaanza na watoto wetu wa Homa Bay. Leo tunajivunia zaidi ya watoto 500 kutoka shule 11 za gatuzi hili la Homa Bay,
wakiwa chini ya uongozi wa walimu wao Eric Amuhaya, Faith Mbote, Ezekia Ogira, Suleiman Salim na Janet Langat kutoka Wizara ya Elimu. Watoto hawa watatumbuiza kwa nyimbo, mashairi, densi na michoro inayosifu taifa letu na kuadhimisha Madaraka Day kwa uzito wake.
Burudani yote hii Mheshimiwa Rais iko chini ya kauli mbiu maji yetu, thamani yetu. Basi moja kwa moja kwa watoto na DJ Ness.
wameunda jina Homa Bay, County of Endless Potential.
Wapamne giuru wagone nithindo gosigala gala jo Homa Bay.
Taifa letu Kenya, tumetoka mbali kwa pamoja. Kenya tumefika mbali, tunasonga mbele. Kenya tunasonga mbele kwa juhudi zetu, wazalendo. Taifa letu Kenya, tumetoka mbali kwa pamoja. Kenya tumefika mbali, tunasonga mbele. Kenya tunasonga mbele kwa juhudi zetu, wazalendo. Tangu jadi wa Kenya tumeishi kwa amani tele, upendo na umoja. Tunajenga taifa imara lenye ufanisi. Tunajivunia taifa letu Kenya. Tumetoka mbali kwa pamoja. Tumefika mbali, tunasonga mbele. Tunasonga mbele kwa juhudi zetu, wazalendo. Kila siku tunawajibika tena kwa bidii.
Tazama Mheshimiwa Rais, umeunda mashua MV Homa Bay, na hii blue unayoona ni ziwa Victoria. Makofi kwa watoto.
Wapamne giuru wagone gisigala gala kagi wa
Jambo Rais, jambo wa Kenya. Ro 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 ya boss, ro 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 ya boss. Chama chetu kiimara, tayari kuwananga. Wow! Mambo sasa barabara, uchumi maji umepanga. Twafukuza ufukara piu, nchi yetu twaijenga. Mmekuza uchumi maji. Hongera rais wetu.
Hongera rais wetu kwa kukuza uchumi maji. Makofi kwa Mheshimiwa Rais.
PPMC Production.
Wameunda jina Blue Economy. Watoto hawa Mheshimiwa Rais wanajivunia maji yetu ambayo ndiyo thamani yetu. Makofi mazuri.
wapamne giuru kagichumando.
Wanaoingia sasa Mheshimiwa Rais ni wavuvi na wauzaji samaki. Waseme nawe kupitia shairi Mheshimiwa Rais.
President wetu mpendwa, tunakupenda sana. Unafanya kazi nzuri kujenga taifa letu la Kenya. Yes, hivyo. Malo, 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 malo. Malo, malo, Kenya yetu, malo, malo. Walimu, malo. Madaktari, malo. Wanamuziki, malo.
Ona maajabu, Mheshimiwa Rais wameunda samaki. Mkono wa kushoto ni kichwa, mkono wa kulia ni mkia. Na kwa vile umeshusha bei ya unga wa ugali, mlo umekamilika, Mheshimiwa Rais.
President wetu mpendwa, tunakupenda sana. Unafanya kazi nzuri kujenga taifa letu la Kenya. Yes, hivyo. Malo, 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 malo. Malo, malo, Kenya yetu, malo, malo. Walimu, malo. Madaktari, malo. Wanamuziki, malo. Wakulima, malo. Wanajeshi.
Shughuli za bahari zimeshapiga hatua. Kila kitu kiko shwari. Mengi umeyatatua. Tunakusifu Rais, oye! Tunakusifu Rais, oye! Tunakusifu Rais, oye! Uchumi umeinua. Mmekuza uchumi maji. Hongera Rais wetu. Shukrani.
Wapamne giuru jodalawa kagiwuok. Ero uru kamano.
Na basi kwa ishara hiyo, Mheshimiwa Rais, tunahitimisha burudani bunifu kabisa ya watoto na kuwakaribisha wasanii mashuhuri, tukianza na nyimbo za kitamaduni. Super Cultural Group, Kagan Kochia Cultural Dancers, Ratonyo Traditional Dancers.
Charles Odhiambo, Kennedy Orua, Peter Opio.
Watakao kuandalia ohangla ni Acheng Nyarongo, Arodi Chogo, Freddy Jakadongo, Abongo Bwana, Oluch Digital, Kwakati, Kaka Talanta, Osicho Chasuba. Wale watakao kuletea nyimbo za Injili ni pamoja na Milka Omondi, Linda Otieno, Owino, Fred Omondi, Christine Otieno, Paul Oleche, Kevin Gombe, Phoebe Moses, Irene Akoa na Janet Oudu.
Afrobenga, Mheshimiwa Rais, ni Awiko Wudinjapala, Lizi Seme, Abungu System, Kapweps, Anto, Eda Anyon, Omondi CEO, Sherina War na Linda Matiko, the Rumba Queen. Kazi kwenu.
bello cormaia, romoneno per chi me asungo.
puoyo ugatuzi kelo dongruok miwuoro kila county kelo something esan awacho san mashinani pongo san to down be industry jodala puro farm to moko timo mining jolupo ni enam kila county kelo something na Kenya na combine kwa die pap jo adula ni pap jo rugby kelo sifa jo wech medo gaju akali gero pinjo office loso plan kila ngato kelo something na Kenya na combine
usalama wetu sisi upo mikononi mwetu sote Wanza na mimi na wewe na yeye maafisa wetu wako imara kama simba mipaka zetu zote kweli wamelinda viongozi wetu wote pamoja na raia alitamani wabelgikwe vinywani nyatwa nyakamila habungu tumtopokla ayirawe rotua selewe kitwa dala warwako welo wabiro dio nyime kwa makolwelo riuo engi magare Kenya wabeduru gikinda gawatio mate wabiro kelo loko usalama wanza na mimi na wewe usalama tunadumisha usalama sisi wa Kenya usalama wanza na mimi na wewe usalama tunadumisha usalama sisi wa Kenya tunatangaza amani na upendo Wakenya wote uhuru tuko nao twatekeleza wajibu wetu sisi tunatangaza amani na upendo Wakenya wote uhuru tuko nao tunatangaza amani na upendo Wakenya wote uhuru tuko nao
BBC Production.
Kenya wote sote tunafurahia umoja undugu tunasherehekea bidii yetu ndiyo nguzo imara ushirikiano ndiyo msingi wetu tunajenga Kenya tunasonga mbele pamoja
Yakanigule kinyi mtu wa koloni kiwa winyama we Yakanedwe kutele mtu ganda wa kiwa ringore Ikanya gere Sani wade gikwe Kushume dosma yo Kipa yuro mabere chokinge mate
Viongozi wetu wote tushikamane kwa pamoja tujitume kila siku tujenge Kenya wakubwa kwa wadogo tujipende kila siku yenye nguvu kwa wanyonge wote tujijenge Sani wadongore katubendu neno kipayo mechi Aritakwe beberu minetimo halati mielo peche Kijebe yudare vijene matindo nunuri mbegoche Sigalagala ukongi mora sigalagala Sigalagala ukongi ilo sigalagala Iwe sigalagala mama toe sigalagala Sigalagala wakenya duto sigalagala Kenya wote sote tunafurahia umoja undugu tunasherehekea bidii yetu ndiyo nguzo imara ushirikiano ndiyo msingi wetu tunajenga Kenya tunasonga mbele
Kakanyemina wanywa kuru nwetwa chokenya wakaka jokanato umoja ni nguvu utengano ni udhaifu chuturwa wareke kwa bore waletu mundu unity daima the beauty of Kenya jukuru wabulana mbogo the beauty of Kenya kata kidwaro neno flamingo chokuna
nchi yetu yenye upendo.
Sherekea kwa pamoja Kenya yetu, tujivunia kuzaliwa sote Kenya. Hatubabaiki, ujasiri tunayo, nchi yetu imebarikiwa. Wakenya wote tuiombe nchi yetu na tuitunze, tukose konyo watinende wa moruru jo Kenya.
Kenya nchi yangu, hakika naipenda. Elimu bora tunao, itino yudorieko, ambora maleru waloso. Yungi wagenu, Kenya bena. Beudi nunga matalo rais. Ugana beudi nunga matalo Kenya marwa. Namatalo rais talo nyopi. Namatalo Kenya marwa talo nyopi. Yetelo ile kiongozi marwa. Rais ile kiongozi marwa. Gikumisa timo nenyore elela. Ili uganda wadutu pinyu moru kodi. Gogo migepe Kenya ka kwa moru kodi. Tunasema asante rais wetu, Mungu akubariki. Yetudukivu dasi wuriya nanda moro Kenya. Amoro Kenya, aguna moro Kenya. Yetelo chunkuru, chumanu sana yupi. Jamesi chunkuru, chumanu yupi. Jokin chunguru, chumanu kamnais. Ani chunguru, chumanu kamnais. Kabulu dogi mor magundo, pinyete waneno kamor. Kabulu dogi mor magundo, pinyete waneno kamor. Wanukue emonando ge Kenya, mor gilo emonene kawuon. Viongozi tabasamu kidogo, kila mtu makofi ya chini. Viongozi makofi ya kati, rais wetu makofi ya juu. Kukisikia wagoyo ginyasi. Rais wetu tunakupenda zaidi. Sisi kama Wakenya tunasema endelea mbele, fanya kazi, sisi tuko nyuma yako. Hanibo tumeno marmalade, kamuone mor tumeno marmalade. Uganda moradua tumeno more dalaka. Kenya wanwede tumeno mor kawuono.
Samamine yongo tomano mor manade. Sigala gala tomano mor manade.
wa majeshi, ni furaha Mungu ametushindia. Nyasaye osatimo madongo, sisi ni washindi, sisi ni washindi. Isemi awalo chotanyalo giteko rabi, ikelonwa kweru tudongi miyo wangina. Aluongi raba, Jehova mochango kinywa, Ebeneza, inemi miyo wanka, kawuono agoni thuma, meauna pakie jawa, yana winja to koro aneni gi wanga. Ere ng'ama loi, pok aneno gi wanga, onge ng'ama loi baba na nadendi gi ngimana te. Wan gimoro achiel, Nyasaye oherowa kendo waherore. Wasetimo madongo kendo wanene lela, twasherehekea yale Mungu ametenda. Asante kwa kubariki Kenya, erokamano wote mawagoyoni. Kwa nguvu zako umetuongoza, neema yako imetutosha. Berni Yesu, Roma, mwanani Baba, Ouma, Oingana. Mungu Yesu jatelo babayo, Rabi, emi kongo luongo, Rabi, emi wangima, Rabi, kelo magen, owilayo, luongo lamowa, luongo dogni, Yesu jatelo, erokamano agoyoni, Yesu bende yudo duong'.
Mheshimiwa Rais, tunafika mwisho sasa wa burudani na tunaomba tuwasapoti wasanii hawa kwa kuwafollow katika mitandao yao ya kijamii. Kwako Michael Kitonga.
Tuwapigie makofi tafadhali, tuwashukuru wana burudani. Asanteni sana kwa kazi mzuri, na nimeona ya kwamba hata Mama Aida Odinga karibu aingie kwa uwanja a dance nao kidogo. Tunaona kwa wamefanya kazi mzuri sana, na kwa sasa Mheshimiwa Rais, tungependa kualika State House Choir ili tushangilie Kenya tukiwa sote tuweze kushangilia Kenya tukiongozwa na State House Choir, na pale tuwaruhusu wale ambao wako nje waweze kuingia. Naomba tafadhali waingie kwa upolepole ili tusiwe na madhara yoyote. Tutawaonyesha mahali mtaketi, kwa hivyo tafadhali muingie kwa na saa. Kwa sasa pia ni watambue mabalozi wote walio hapa, ambassadors and members of the diplomatic corps. Sasa twende kwa State House Choir, tushangilie Kenya.
Twajivunia sana tukijiita wa Kenya, nchi yenye baraka.
Wananchi walio nje tafadhali wanaomba kuingia. Chiefs, tuwaruhusu wananchi waweze kuingia.
Haya wananchi, tuendelee kushangilia tukifurahia. State House Choir, turudie tushangilie Kenya, tuendelee kushangilia Kenya. Wananchi wamefurika na wanaingia kwa wingi, waruhusiwe waingie.
Tushangilie Kenya, taifa letu tukufu, Kenya tunayoipenda. Daima tunayoipenda. Daima tunayoipenda. Daima twajivunia sana tukijiita wa Kenya, nchi yenye baraka. Daima
tukaketi tafadhali, ili wale ambao wanaingia waweze kupata nafasi. Wale tuko mbele tunaweza tukaketi. Haya, State House Choir tutaendelea, na pia DJ kama unaweza tupatia wimbo Kasongo utafurahia. Lakini wale ambao wanaingia tafadhali tukiwe kwa upole pole. Kuna nafasi ya kila mtu, kwa hivyo tusisukamane tafadhali. ikipatikana iwekwe, tukingojea kwa wananchi waingie. Wale tayari tuko na nafasi, tunaweza tukaketi ili tuwaruhusu wale watu wako nyuma waweze pia kuona. Wale tuko mbele tuketi Haya basi, wananchi, tukiendelea kuingia, nataka sasa tuende katika kurasa lingine ambalo ni la hotuba, na nataka kwa sasa nimwalike gavana wa Homa Bay Gladys Wanga. Hebu tumpigie makofi gavana wa Homa Bay Gladys Wanga aje anene mafupi. Karibu Madam Your Excellency.
The President of the Republic of Kenya, His Excellency Dr. William Samoei Ruto, the First Lady of the Republic of Kenya, Her Excellency Rachel Ruto, our guest President, the President of the Republic of Slovenia, Her Excellency Natasha Pierce-Musar, Your Excellency Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, Her Excellency Mama Ida Betty Odinga, Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, His Excellency Professor Abraham Kithure Kindiki, and Dr. Joyce Kithure. Cabinet Secretaries present, Speakers of Parliament, Speaker of the National Assembly, Right Honorable Moses Wetangula, Speaker of the Senate, Amason Jaffa Kingi, the Prime Cabinet Secretary, Excellency Governors present, Leaders of Parliament, His Excellency Junet Mohammed, His Excellency Honorable Kimani Ichung'wa, Honorable Aaron Cheruiyot, Members of Parliament present, Members of the Diplomatic Corps, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. His Excellency the President, if you allow me just 1 minute, I would like to recognize the Excellency Governors who have come here. His Excellency James Bob Orengo of Siaya, His Excellency Anyang' Nyong'o of Kisumu, and His Excellency Dr. Ochilo Ayako of Migori. Deputy Governors led by my own Deputy Governor, His Excellency Oyugi Magwanga. Members of Parliament from Homa Bay. Your Excellency, we are hosting this as a leadership together. Please just rise so that I can recognize you. Senator Beatrice Ogola, Honorable Bensouda Joyce Osogo, Senator Moses Kajwang', Honorable Peter Pondokaluma, Honorable Millie Mabona, who is also the whip of the National Assembly. Honorable Dr. Lilian Gogo, Honorable Adipo Kwome, Honorable Martin Peters Owino, and Honorable Karoli Omondi, Members of Parliament from Homa Bay County. Members of the County Assembly, led by the Speaker, please just rise for acknowledgement. Members of the County Executive Committee, please just rise for acknowledgement. And the one and only First Gentleman, Mr. George Wanga. Your Excellency, it is my singular honor to warmly welcome you to the great county of Homa Bay, the Lake County of endless potential. Everywhere they are, the sons, daughters, and people of Homa Bay take this hosting honor with exceptional pride. Your Excellency, allow me to express our profound gratitude for granting our request to host this Madaraka Day. For the first time, the people of Homa Bay are not merely following these national celebrations on media, they are experiencing them firsthand. This auspicious moment will leave an indelible mark on our community, especially in the hearts and minds of our children and youth. Your Excellency, we are grateful that just 6 months ago, during the finals of the Genoa Governor's Cup, you pledged to complete the expansion of our stadium. Today, we proudly unveil a 12,000-seater capacity, canopy-covered stadium, ongoing of our dualing of our main highway, expansion of Kabunde airstrip, and upgrading of various roads in Homa Bay town. These developments are a testament to your commitment to keeping promises. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you about Homa Bay. Our name is derived from the majestic Homa Hills and the lakefront, the bay. Of the 6% of Kenya's Lake Victoria, almost 80% lies within Homa Bay County. It is a beautiful gem with scenic beaches, beautiful sunsets, breathtaking hills, the Ruma National Park and the rare Rowan antelope, Simbi Nyaima and its flamingos, and the beautiful islands of Mfangano, Rusinga, Takawiri, Kiwa, Kibuogi, Ringiti, Ngode, among others. Homa Bay offers an abundance of natural wonders. On this historic event, as we celebrate the 62nd Madaraka Day, let me reflect on the contribution of Homa Bay's legends in the making of our nation. Gor Mahia, Ojijoteko, Tom Mboya, Paul Mboya, Otieno Kajuang, Orua Ojode, Dr. Odhiambo Mbai, the chair of the Devolution Committee during the Constitutional Review, among others. It is befitting that we named this magnificent stadium Raila Odinga Stadium in Homa Bay, Rosh, to honor and celebrate the father of devolution in Kenya, Baba Raila Amolo Odinga. Asante Baba for defending devolution. Ladies and gentlemen, in celebrating women's leadership, as a member of the G7 Women Governors Caucus, we are delighted and inspired to be joined today by our guest, Madam President, Her Excellency Natasha from Slovenia, the only country in the world with love in its name. We celebrate women leaders on whose shoulders we stand. Mama Phoebe Asio, Mama Rachel Ruto, and Minping, Her Excellency Dr. Canon Ida Betty Odinga, among many others. We thank the people of Homa Bay for electing women leaders, as we are among the few counties that have achieved the 2/3 gender rule, with the election of Honorable Millie Mabona, Honorable Dr. Ivo Bara, Honorable Dr. Lillian Gogo, Honorable Bensouda, and Senator Beatrice Ogola. Your Excellency, we celebrate your government's partnership with Homa Bay County, anchored in our constitutional framework. Since independence, no administration has matched your dedication to our development. The construction of 10 fresh produce markets in Kijebi, Luanda, Sindo, Mbita, Ndiwa, Rodi Kopan, Kindu Bay, Misambi, Kobodo, and the Homa Bay Fish Market at the lakefront, which you launched on Friday, will economically empower and dignify our farmers and traders. We thank you for approving additional markets in Kadongo, Kosele, Nyangueso, Pala, Sikwadi, and Rangue. Your Excellency, revitalization of the piers in Homa Bay, Kendu Bay, and Bita will foster seamless connectivity across Lake Victoria. In the near future, you will launch the Lake Victoria Public Ferry. Your Excellency, in line with this year's theme of the Blue Economy and Maritime Affairs, we request your government to support the setup of the Blue Economy Center of Excellence at the Tom Mboya University, lake safety for our fisherfolk, support for our beach management units, and inclusion of women and youth to attain the 52,000 potential Blue Economy jobs in Kenya. We applaud the commencement of construction of critical road networks including the Mfangano Ring Road, Rusinga Ring Road, Mbita Sindo Magunga Sori Road, Kadelka Nyadhiang Road or the Ojijoteko Road, Rangwe Oboke Nyaburu Road, Rangwe Ndiru Road, Kadongo Gendia Road, Nambakaraboka Diedo Road, the Gor Mahia Ring Road, Wahambla Imbo Road, La Laruga Road. The Gor Mahia, which you launched just the other day. These projects will enhance connectivity and drive economic growth for our people. Your Excellency, as a county, since coming into government 2.5 years ago, we have raised our on-source revenue by over 700%, from 191 million to over 1 billion shillings. Using this enhanced on-source revenue, we are constructing a 5-story accident and emergency block in our Homa Bay Teaching and Referral Level 5 hospital, which will serve as our referral hub, our commitment to a healthier and wealthier county. We are aggressively addressing infant and maternal mortality and combating the triple threat of gender-based violence, HIV, and teenage pregnancies. Your Excellency, following cutbacks in foreign assistance, we call on your government to assist county governments in recruitment, in financing recruitment of healthcare workers and regularization of UHC staff. Showcasing our boundless agricultural potential, according to the KNBS, Homa Bay is the leading producer of fish, sunflowers, sweet potatoes, and peanuts in Kenya, the second largest producer of cotton, and the top 3 millet and sugarcane producer, not forgetting our sweeted pineapples from Olare in Kochia. The establishment of the Riwa Special Economic Zone and the County Aggregation and Industrial Park, in partnership with your government, will facilitate value addition, agro-processing, industrial growth, wealth, and job creation. The setting up of the fish processing plant by Victory Farms aligns with our vision for private sector partnerships. We call on more private sector players to set up at the Riwa Special Economic Zone in areas of cotton ginning, edible oil processing, sweet potato pelleting, among other value chains. We request your government, Your Excellency, to support us with the horizontal infrastructure at the Riwa SCZ. Your Excellency, we are committed to education. We have built 241 classrooms under a program dubbed Dondoa Kaunda in the last 2 years. Our Fundi Mangula Vocational Training Scholarship, Fins to Swim Scholarship, and bursary program support over 20,000 beneficiaries every year. We thank all our partners for their support across various sectors. Joturuawa mabor, tokendowa di mabor. The construction of our new county headquarters in partnership with CPF is now nearly complete, and it will provide a one-stop shop for all government services, complete with a Huduma Center. This project is part of a broader vision to transform Homa Bay into a vibrant economic hub and a gateway to East Africa. We are relocating administrative offices to open up the lakefront for investment, tourism, and hospitality. Our larger vision is to have a Homa Bay city in a decade, the Cape Town of Kenya. Your Excellency, on behalf of the people of Homa Bay, let me thank you for appointing our sons, CS National Treasury, Honorable FCPA John Badi, and the PS Interior, Dr. Raymond Omolo, to critical dockets in your government. Your Excellency, let me celebrate our unity in progress. The success of Homa Bay has been achieved by working together. In our quest for development as captured in the ODM 10-point agenda. I thank you, Mr. President, and Your Excellency Baba, for coming together to ensure that no Kenyan is left behind through this broad-based arrangement. This is how we will tackle the challenges confronting us, by having everyone on board the Kenya prosperity ship, the men, the women, the youth, the persons with disability, the elderly, the marginalized, and all 47 counties. As we celebrate 62 years of self-rule, let us recommit ourselves to national unity, progress, and development. In closing, Your Excellency, I take this opportunity to warmly invite you all back to our county for the Devolution Conference in August 2025 and the World Food Day in October 2025. And tomorrow, as we host the Mashebeji Derby for the first time outside Nairobi at this same stadium, the home of Engineer Michael Olunga. God bless Homa Bay County. God bless Kenya. Ero urukamano jothurwa. Ero urukamano kuom rwako welo.
Makofi ya Governor tafadhali. Thank you, Your Excellency. Your Excellency, sir, before Her Excellency invites the Deputy President, allow me to give PS Hinga a few minutes to give us an update on where we are with affordable housing. Tumpigie makofi PS Hinga akija kunena machache.
Your Excellency, the President, allow me to ride on the protocols already established. Mahatma Gandhi once said that nation's greatness is not defined by its economic power or military strength alone, but rather by how it treats its most vulnerable members. Another great, Nelson Mandela, says, "What matters in life is not the mere fact that we lived. It is what difference we make to the lives of others that will determine the significance of the lives that we lead." Your Excellency, as we celebrate Madaraka Day, we need to ask ourselves the question, 62 years later, are we free yet? I dare say that we are heading in the right direction because, Your Excellency, this morning or this afternoon, there are 3 Kenyans who represent a growing list of the new homeowners that you are going to present with their right to home ownership. Your Excellency, freedom from indignity, freedom from living in squalor, freedom from having to pay to use a toilet, freedom where someone doesn't have to pay 172% more for water. That is true freedom. Your Excellency, allow me to invite the 3 that represent the new homeowners. I have Damaris Adoyo Ochele. Damaris? Your Excellency, Damaris is a county administrator in the county of Homa Bay, and she is a homeowner. I would like to request that, Your Excellency, you come in front with your permission so that you can be able to present her with her right to home ownership. Damaris, come on, tuwapigie makofi Damaris, tafadhali. Damaris, asante sana, utangoja hapo pia. Your Excellency, ngoja tu hapo. The next person I want to invite is Victor Okoyo. Victor ni ule jamaa unasema wakubonyeza computer, dola inaingia. Victor is also able-bodied differently, and that means, Your Excellency, that we are still taking care of the most vulnerable people in our society. Victor is a new homeowner. Thank you so much. Makofi kwa Victor. Last but not least, we have Helen Osala. Your Excellency, that face I'm sure is familiar because Helen Osala is Mama Samaki. She is one of the ladies that had the pleasure of cooking for you fish the other day. She is a true testament of what you talked about bottom up. When you talked about you're going to build serikali na mama mboga na watu wa boda boda. Asante sana for dignifying Helen. So I will ask them now to stand close to you, Your Excellency, so that they can take a photo. These are the 3 new homeowners that represent majority of the growing list of new homeowners. Your Excellency, we have changed the tune from freedom is coming tomorrow to freedom is here. Let's celebrate Madaraka Day for majority of Kenyans who are new homeowners. Thank you. God bless this great country.
Your Excellency, allow me to invite now His Excellency, the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, Professor Abraham Kithure Kindiki. Yothurwa warwak jatelo.
Mheshimiwa Rais, allow me to ride on the protocols which have already been laid out. Mheshimiwa Rais, naomba kwa heshima kubwa, kabla sijakualika kwa sababu leo tungetaka tukusikie, naomba niambie wananchi Rais ameniuliza kwa heshima nimsaidie kwa kumuita rafiki yake, kiongozi wetu ambaye ni mwanasiasa ambaye amekuwa na ushawishi mkubwa sana katika siasa zetu za Kenya. And therefore I feel greatly honored to request with a lot of humility His Excellency Raila Amolo Odinga to say jambo before I can invite the president. Wanduru ya baba jameni.
Haya. Your Excellency, President William Samoei Ruto, Your Excellency, President Natasha Musa of Slovenia, the diplomats who are here, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, hamjambo, hamjambo, Jothurwa, Umor, Will, Ushiek. It is an honor, Your Excellency, to be allowed to greet these people today. This, as the governor has said, is a great day for the Homa Bay County. But more importantly, Your Excellency, it is a testament that devolution works and can work if it is empowered. Your Excellency, 62 years ago, the founding fathers of our nation, after a very long struggle for independence, attained internal self-government on this day. And that's the day when Pimas now had a hope that eventually the country was going to be independent. They went on further to coin the Kenyan dream in our national anthem. You'll find it in several stanzas of our national anthem. The first one which says, Lord, bless this land of ours. Justice be our shield and defender. May we dwell in liberty, peace and liberty, and plenty be found within our borders. That meant that first, they want us to live in peace. And peace is just not the absence of war. Peace means that somebody has also got food to eat. And they say that unity, people should be united without any discrimination on the basis of gender, on the basis of tribe, on the basis of religion, and on the basis of culture. This is what our founding fathers wanted. Your Excellency, at that time, they coined a constitution that had devolution in it, called Majimbo at that time. Over the years, Your Excellency, there were changes. Eventually, when we struggled, we brought back devolution in our constitution. This devolution, Your Excellency, has had several challenges. But I want to invite you, Your Excellency, to ensure that devolution works. Empower the devolution. Number one, by giving more resources coming down to the counties. Let the counties have sufficient resources so that they can be able to provide services to the people. And then there are also some services which were not devolved.
But, Your Excellency, those services which are not devolved can be delegated to be implemented by the county government. But, Your Excellency, I want to plead with you, do not resurrect provincial administration. Provincial administration is a relic of colonialism that has no place today in a free and independent Kenya. We want to see that the governors get sufficient resources to do their work. And then they are also going to be supervised by other institutions. We want also our members of parliament to continue to do their work effectively by representing, legislating, and oversighting the national government, but allow the development to be done by the county government themselves. Your Excellency, if we do this country is going to develop at much faster rate. That is why I would like to here today on the National Day appeal to Parliament to implement what we had put in our agreement, that 450 billion shillings be allocated to counties in this coming budget. Finally, Your Excellency, you have had several challenges. We have had a lot of issues. 2 years ago, we were on the streets. And even last year, they were on the streets, the Gen Zs. I saw that during the prayer breakfast recently this week, there was apologies that were being made. The Speaker and yourself, which is wonderful, as a first step to reconciliation. But then there's the issue of people who are injured, some people who died during that time. I want today to say that we should do compensation to families of those who died and those who are injured, so that we can have a closure to this chapter of our national history today. We want Kenyans to live in peace and in unity. Yothurwa. Unenogi wanenoni. Wija maber. Uroko welu. Amiadu wani Yothurwa mondo riure kwa dhi nyime. Wange kumadwa dhi. Wange kumae. Wange kumatimunadi. Kumadhi. Your Excellency, thank you very much. Long live Kenya. Asante.
Your Excellency, before I invite you, allow me just to say this in a minute. That this generation owes the generation that fought for the political freedom of Kenya, the debt of fighting for the economic freedom of our country. As you lead us, Your Excellency, I am satisfied that we are on a course of paying the historical debt of our forefathers who fought for the freedom of Kenyans to govern their own affairs and to rule themselves. We are paying that debt by ensuring we also provide economic freedom to Kenya and its people. Number two, Your Excellency, in that journey, I am equally persuaded that we as a country, and with you as our leader, we are also creating a more inclusive Kenya. From an economic standpoint, for a long time, the investment of national resources, especially in supporting the value chains from where the majority of our people derive their income. Those resources have sometimes forgotten certain sectors. I am glad, under your administration, Your Excellency, we are spending more money, not only to strengthen the traditional value chains in tea and coffee and all the other important crops grown in our country, not just in livestock development, but we are also spending enough resources to provide support to fisher folk and make sure our country maximizes from our blue economy resources. Finally, Your Excellency, as we live and travel this journey, it is also clear on us that between yourself and His Excellency Raila Odinga, you are speaking to our nation so that we can forge closer ties among ourselves as citizens of Kenya, reduce barriers brought about by politics, ethnicity, religion. And going forward, Your Excellency, we look forward to your partnership, yourself and His Excellency Raila Odinga, and the rest of us who are fortunate to be in leadership positions, to build a more united Kenya, a more inclusive Kenya, where one's place of birth, religion, ethnicity doesn't have to count. Rather, their merit and what they bring on board in the contribution of our national development is what matters. I want to appeal that we also bring on board all generations, so that the younger people, the older people, the children, and even the generations to come, we all find ourselves in that one ecosystem, because we all belong to this country. No generation is superior to the other. The older people have a role to play. The younger people have a role to play. Our children have a role to play. Even the unborn, when they arrive in the world through Kenya, they will have a role to play. Nakushukuru Mheshimiwa Rais, na mimi nataka nikuambie nitaendelea kusaidia vile unajaribu kuunganisha Kenya. Nimshukuru mzee wetu Mheshimiwa Raila Odinga, ambaye ni kiongozi amesukuma siasa ya Kenya kwa muda mrefu, before some of us even arrived in the scene. But he is courageous enough, patient enough, all the time to consider Kenya greater than each one of us. Na kwa hayo mengi, Mheshimiwa Rais, allow me, fellow Kenyans, that we be upstanding as we invite President William Ruto to come and address us. Wapi shangwe na vigelegele jameni? Asanteni sana. Welcome, Mr. President.
Your Excellency, President Natasha Irsi Musa from Slovenia, our special guest in this 62nd Madaraka Day here in Homa Bay. Your Excellencies, honorable members, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the great people of Homa Bay and Kenya, hamjambo. Homa Bay hoye. Amoso jodurwa. Jodurwa untie. Jodurwa umor. Jodurwa oil. Bwana Yesu asifiwe. Asanteni sana. kwanza, kabla sijasoma taarifa yangu ya siku ya leo, in our midst we have a friend of Kenya, a great lady who has paid us a visit. When I invited her to come, she was gracious to consider time to come and fellowship with us. And more importantly, she agreed to be a special guest on this Madaraka Day in Homa Bay. Your Excellency, Madam President, we honor you. We are grateful for your consideration and for coming to be in our midst. And the people of Kenya, represented by the people here, welcome you to Kenya. And as a special guest, let me allow you to make your statement. Tumkaribishe Mheshimiwa Rais na makofi jameni. Welcome, Madam President.
Hello, everybody. Dear Mr. President, distinguished guests, and above all, people of Kenya, I stand here before you, deeply honored by the privilege that Kenya, a proud and powerful nation of the African continent, has bestowed upon me to address the Kenyan people on behalf of the people of Slovenia. I stand before you, humbled yet proud of how warmly Slovenia has been received and of our shared desire to see the cooperation between our two countries flourish. 62 years ago, the Kenyan people wrote a pivotal chapter in history. Madaraka Day, the day Kenya gained the freedom of self-government, marked the day Kenya finally secured the right to shape its future. An arduous journey came to an end. The days when foreign settlers drove the Kenyan population from fertile land and forced them into poorly paid labor are long gone, but they will never be forgotten. For the struggle for the independence was anything but easy, and it came at a heavy cost. Of course, the Kenyan people know only too well that history is not just about facts. It is also about preserving and developing the fundamental values that ensure the survival of a nation. Values that strengthen its identity and, above all, its unity. Jomo Kenyatta, the man who led Kenya to independence, recognized this. He also knew that Kenya's unity alone would not be enough to secure a bright future of Africa. Africa must also unite. A strong Africa, ladies and gentlemen, means a strong Kenya. In this context, we must recall another milestone anniversary. The year 1945 not only marked the end of the Second World War. That year, 80 years ago, the Pan-African Federation was created. The founders of the Federation, including Jomo Kenyatta, sent a clear message to the world. 700 million people living under colonial rule and without rights had had enough. They demanded their place under the sun. One by one, the former colonies became sovereign and independent states, but the idea of African unity never faded, least of all in Kenya. What better proof of this vision than the most important project in African history to date, the creation of the African Continental Free Trade Area in 2018. Kenya was among the first countries to ratify the founding treaty. Mr. President, ladies and gentlemen, the lessons of the past shape our vision of the future. In the 1960s, the world experienced a wave of decolonization. Yet in many ways, colonialism, and if I may say so, a condescending attitude towards the newly independent states did not just cease to exist, but there was a way to build self-confidence and assert oneself on the world stage. My generation, ladies and gentlemen, grew up in former Yugoslavia. We still remember the non-aligned movement of the Cold War era, a large and respected group of countries, including Kenya, that defied the interests of the superpowers and former colonial powers. That spirit of non-alignment was vital then, and it remains relevant today. We live in a world where both old and emerging powers are yet again shaping the world before our eyes. All the rest of us, the smaller countries, must not just passively observe these developments. We must ask ourselves, what about us? Are we ready to raise our voices? And Mr. President, we are ready. Both our countries are preparing for the future, and we have chosen the right path. Sustainable economic growth, protection of rich biodiversity, a strong will to keep pace with rapid scientific development, a commitment to multilateralism, to international cooperation and tackling common problems. These are the values that unite us. As you know, Slovenia is currently serving as a non-permanent member of the United Nations Security Council. Our diplomats take their role seriously and responsibly. They speak out whenever injustice is done to people all over the world, whenever innocent lives are lost. Kenya, too, brings a rich, in many ways unparalleled experience in multilateralism. The international importance of the country is reflected in the fact that several United Nations agencies are based here. Both our countries believe in multilateralism because peace, justice and prosperity should not be the privilege of some at the expense of others. We are, after all, an international community, and in a community we look out for one another. And in a community, solidarity matters. In a community, cooperation must be our goal, not selfishness. In a community, peaceful settlement of disputes, not wars, must be the norm. Only such a united community will be capable of confronting the world's most urgent challenges, such as poverty and climate change, lack of access to basic needs and social exclusion. This is why we should be proud that there are several projects in which Kenya and Slovenia are working together to support each other in tackling this kind of challenges. Dear Mr. President, dear people of Kenya, the Slovenian people celebrate Madaraka Day with you. We are a young country, but we too have our own story of struggle for independence. We celebrate with you because we are both proud and confident nations, nations that revere the past yet look firmly to the future. We must not be discouraged by the troubled world in which we live. We should look for opportunities that lead to a strong economy, scientific progress, innovation and environmental protection. Unity and determination have brought us this far. They will take us even further. As late Kenyan and African literature giant Ngugi wa Thiong'o had said in his Dreams in a Time of War, believe in yourself is more important than endless worries of what others think of you. Value yourself, and others will value you. Validation is best that comes from within. Happy Madaraka Day. Asante sana.
Thank you very much, Madam President. And thank you very much for that statement. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me immense joy to be back in this county of limitless potential, Homa Bay. It has been 62 eventful years since we took this historic step towards full independence through our hard work, determination, and self-belief. We have defied odds, surmounted challenges, triumphed over adversity, and emerged as a modern democratic state whose government and economy are energized by the restless ambition of confident citizens. Our forefathers knew, as we do, that we, the people, are the foundation, the pillars, and the engine of this nation, and that only we can do the work of building the Kenya we want. More critically, we understand keenly that this country is our home, and we have no other. This is why, wherever they go all over the world, Kenyans never forget their homeland and vigorously contribute to nation building. We are acutely aware that although we have given a decent account of ourselves since the first Madaraka Day, we are quite far from where we ought to have reached. It is time for us to reflect on the state of our collective self-belief as a people, because without it, we lose all the opportunities that come with Madaraka. We all know that Kenya is not short of imaginative strategies and bold visions. In fact, so good are some of our plans that other countries have successfully implemented them and achieved impressive progress. Our biggest problem has always been one of implementation and execution. The faith to believe in our plans for change, the courage to execute, and the patience and focus to get it done. Some do not believe that we deserve the good that comes with positive change. Others think we are too poor or even in the wrong part of the world. Yet still, others do not want to see changes that benefit ordinary people or make life better for everyone. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I want to persuade the doubters that no one else is going to bring change except us, and that the only way to build the Kenya we want is by embracing change, however uncomfortable it may seem at first, and that we must possess the self-belief individually and collectively to approach our tasks boldly, confidently, and with determination in order to deliver new, more and better, sooner rather than later. Ladies and gentlemen, over 2.5 years ago, we embarked on an ambitious journey of national renewal powered by the bottom-up economic transformation agenda and rooted in the will and sovereign consent of the people of Kenya. Bottom-up is not just a mere slogan. Today, it is a lived reality for millions of Kenyans, transforming lives and reshaping destinies across the country day by day. This agenda is the expression of a deeper yearning among Kenyans to take control of their own fate and break free from a long history of hopelessness, dependence, and exclusion. This renewal of our commitment to deliver on the fundamental mandate of Madaraka is inspired by the enduring spirit of self-determination through which we vow to give ourselves not only what was denied us during colonialism, but also what every citizen and every human being deserves. That is liberty, dignity, security, and opportunity. Madaraka affirms our collective faith, shared across generations of Kenyan patriots, that through hard work, innovation, and resilience, our farmers, traders, young people, workers, and professionals will rise to the occasion. With the strength of our imagination and effort, we can and must transform this nation with the imagination of our own minds and the work of our own hands. I speak to you today with a deep conviction that our country is firmly on the path to stability and progress. We have weathered turbulent times, navigated serious challenges, and through courage, policy decisions pursued with resolve, we have not only stabilized our economy, but also charted a clear course to long-term prosperity. Since August 2022, Kenya has recorded an average annual growth of an average of 5%, outperforming the global average of 3.3% and the regional average of 3.8%. Just last month, the International Monetary Fund projected our GDP to reach US dollars 132 billion. That is 17 trillion Kenya shillings, making us the largest economy in our region and the 6th largest economy in our continent. At the same time, inflation has declined sharply from 9.6% in October 2022 to 3.8% in May this year, well below our target of 5% and bringing welcome relief to households and businesses. This reflects the strength of our economic fundamentals and the impact of our bold reforms. During the same period, the shilling appreciated by nearly 20% against the US dollar, from Kenya shillings 162 to Kenya shillings 129, making it one of the best performing currencies in the world. The central bank rate has decreased from 13 to 10%, lowering the cost of borrowing and spurring private sector activity. Additionally, our foreign exchange reserves now stand at US dollars 10 billion, extending our import cover from 2.5 to 4 months. Ladies and gentlemen, the affordable housing program stands as a powerful symbol of the socio-economic transformation underway across Kenya. Last week, I had the privilege of handing over keys to the first 1,080 social housing units in the new Mukuru estate in Nairobi. As I said then, while it was a life-changing moment for the new homeowners, it was equally one of the most profound and consequential days in my political career to witness how a deliberate government policy can uplift lives, restore dignity, and offer hope to communities that have long lived on the margins of our society. Vulnerable, forgotten, and neglected. It also marked a proud milestone for Kenya and demonstrated that ambitious national programs can be successfully implemented to deliver tangible benefits to ordinary citizens and fundamentally reshape our understanding of meaningful change. To see families move from the hardship of overcrowded slums to the relative comfort of permanent homes, complete with electricity, running water, and clean cooking gas, was a powerful reminder of what pro-people policies can deliver and the great things we can achieve together when we focus our thoughts and energy on possibilities and action rather than obstacles and doubt. A little over 2 years ago, many were skeptical when we said that ordinary Kenyans can begin owning homes through a rent-to-own model, using the same amount they pay in rent. Today, that bold promise is being fulfilled. We saw the joy of Cherusha Mudhoni, a mother of 3, grandmother of 4, and second-hand clothes trader from Mukuru kwa Ruben as she stepped into her new home. Here in Homa Bay County, the county of limitless opportunities, just 2 days ago, I had the pleasure of handing over keys to the first occupants of 110 affordable housing units at Boma Yangu Housing Estate right here in Homa Bay. Among the new proud homeowners, some of whom are with us here today, were Kennedy Otieno Odede, a border writer, Helen Atieno Osala, a mama samaki at the new modern fish market here in Homa Bay, Geoffrey Othiambo Nyasuda, a Jua Kali fabricator, and Vincent Ocheng Onyango, a security guard. The journeys of new homeowners like Cherusha Mudhoni in Mukuru, Kennedy Odede here in Homa Bay, and thousands of others across the country, from the dehumanizing squalor of informal settlements to the security and pride of permanent homes, stand as a powerful testament to the transformative promise of bottom-up empowerment. They prove that with vision and resolve, courage and conviction, we can lift even the most forgotten among us into lives of dignity, hope, and limitless possibility. Ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't understand what we meant by bottom-up, now you do. If you didn't believe, now you believe. And if you thought it was a fantasy, as contributors to the housing levy, you are now witnessing and making history that will be remembered for generations to come in the history of Kenya. We are firmly on course to delivering 150,000 housing units under the Affordable Housing Program, which have been under construction since September 2022, with 11,000 units already available for occupation. Very soon, I shall be handing over keys to new homeowners in Bahati, in Nakuru, in Elbakon, in Nakuru, in Mabera, in Kuria West, in Mgwen, in Nandi, in Milimani, in Kakamega, and also in Vihiga counties, Nanyuki, and many others across the country. The bottom-up transformation is reaching every corner of Kenya, leaving no one behind. Beyond providing dignified shelter, this transformative program is driving job creation, having already generated over 250,000 jobs. It is nothing short of a nation-building revolution, uplifting lives, growing businesses, and redefining the future of work and urban living in Kenya. Fellow Kenyans, in recognition and appreciation of the sacrifice made by patriotic Kenyans through their contributions to the housing levy, I am pleased to announce today that we shall be proposing to Parliament a reform to the law that will allow any contributor to access an affordable home loan of up to 5 million shillings at a single-digit interest rate, applicable towards any housing unit in the market. This facility will also enable contributors to offset existing mortgages, offering greater flexibility in their housing journey and allowing many to significantly ease their home financing costs. These reforms will ensure that every shilling contributed to the housing levy works for the contributor, whether through access to affordable housing, home loans, or mortgage relief. Ladies and gentlemen, word is beginning to get out throughout the nation that SHA is working. by which citizens mean that the transition challenges and teething problems are now behind us, and universal health coverage is now serving Kenyans and leaving no one behind. Since the rollout of Taifa Care in October 2024, 23 million Kenyans have so far registered with the Social Health Authority, a resounding vote of confidence in our reformed healthcare model. We are now recording an average of 50,000 new registrations every day, a clear testament to the fact that Kenyans have embraced a system designed to guarantee access to quality, affordable, and dignified healthcare for all of us. In just 8 months, SHA has disbursed Kenya shillings 43 billion in claims to facilities, with 4.5 million Kenyans having received treatment fully covered by SHA since its inception. For the first time in Kenya's history, under SHA, citizens can access free emergency services in all facilities funded by the government through the Emergency Critical and Chronic Illness Fund. This groundbreaking reform is eliminating the burden of mandatory deposits demanded by hospitals, especially during emergencies. To sustain this momentum, the government has allocated sufficient resources to fully fund primary healthcare services. Every registered Kenyan can now access care in public and SHA-contracted facilities at no cost. Taifa Care is universal in both word and deed. These healthcare services deliver transformation goes beyond the magnitude of numbers or of new beneficiaries to real impact on citizens. SHA is settling payments promptly, ensuring that no Kenyan is turned away due to lack of funds. Additionally, to expand access to comprehensive inpatient care, the Social Health Authority is prioritizing the enrollment of all Kenyans with a particular focus on those in the informal sector, many of whom were previously excluded under the now defunct National Health Insurance Fund. Although informal households account for approximately 80% of the population, they have historically faced significant barriers to access health insurance. So far, 1.7 million informal sector households have successfully enrolled and paid for social health insurance, a record achievement representing the highest number of informal sector enrollment in a single year in the history of Kenya. To address persistent challenges such as irregular premiums and other contributions among informal sector workers, we are introducing an innovative and inclusive payment solution called Lipa Sha Pole Pole, or Lipa Sha Mos Mos. This initiative enables Kenyans to remit their annual SHA contributions through flexible, manageable installments, whether monthly, weekly, or even daily, based on their financial ability. It ensures families maintain continuous health coverage without financial strain, while simultaneously promoting the sustainability of the health insurance fund. Lipa Sha Pole Pole has been made possible through a strategic partnership between the Ministry of Health, the Ministry of Cooperatives and MSMEs, mobile network operators, and financial institutions through the Hustler Fund. The system is simple and accessible to citizens. Citizens can dial *147# and follow the prompts to enroll and begin their contributions immediately. In addition to enhancing access to health insurance, we have prioritized the availability of essential medical equipment in public health facilities, moving away from the previous managed equipment services model, which placed maintenance and service delivery responsibilities solely on county governments. We have adopted a more efficient approach under the National Equipment Supply Program. Under this new model, the national government, working in collaboration with county governments, engages directly with equipment manufacturers and suppliers to deploy critical medical equipment based on county-specific needs. Payments are made on a fee-for-service basis aligned with the gazetted SHA tariffs. This output-based financing mechanism ensures that facilities are reimbursed only for actual services rendered, thereby enhancing accountability and guaranteeing the availability, functionality, and quality of medical services across public health institutions in our republic. I urge every Kenyan to take charge of their health by enrolling with the Social Health Authority so that together we can end the heartbreaking cycle where families are forced to auction their livestock, sell their land, or part with their life's possessions just to afford medical care. No Kenyan should choose between life-saving treatment and their dignity. Let us unite to build a healthcare system rooted in dignity, equality, and compassion, a system where access to care is a right, not a privilege for a few. Ladies and gentlemen, you will agree with me, fellow Kenyans, that the remarkable progress we are making in both affordable housing and Taifa Care has been made possible by the solidarity, trust, and commitment with which Kenyans have participated in and contributed to the realization of radical positive change on an unprecedented scale. The evidence before us of real progress with real impact on people's lives should encourage and inspire us to do even more together with greater confidence and to turn Kenya into the country we all aspire to belong. I extend my deepest gratitude to millions whose housing levy contributions are restoring dignity to fellow citizens who may never have had a dream of owning a decent home. I also thank all who support SHA and are helping us turn our vision of universal health coverage into a lived reality for millions across our country. Ladies and gentlemen, through strategic investments in agriculture, we are accelerating both growth and resilience in the sector. Fertilizer subsidies have boosted food production by 50%, while reforms in the coffee and sugar sectors have revived local industries, enhanced farmers' incomes, created jobs, and reinvigorated rural economies. Today, milk farmers are earning an average of 50 shillings per litre, up from 35 shillings 2 years ago. Coffee farmers are now earning up to 150 shillings per kilo, a remarkable increase from an average of 65 2 years ago. Tea earnings rose from Kenya shillings 138 billion in 2022 to 215 billion in 2024. Sugar production surged from 490,000 metric tons in 2023 to 815,000 metric tons in 2024, enabling us to reduce sugar imports by 70%, while increasing farmers' earnings from 50 billion to 90 billion. We have intervened with consistency and focus to ensure sugarcane growers receive fair returns for their deliveries and that they get paid in full and on time. To anchor these gains sustainably, we must recognize that increasing the efficiency of milling plants is central to farmers' interests. Efficient mills are more profitable and offer farmers optimal returns. Conversely, outdated mills, some of which run on plants that are over 50 years old, recover only 1 ton of sugar from nearly 20 tons of cane. shortchanging our growers and robbing them of their sweat. In this connection, the recent competitive leasing of 4 state-owned factories, Nzoia, Chemelil, Sony, and Moroni, is another strategic step to inject efficiency, restore profitability, and safeguard farmers' livelihoods. Our goal is to modernize the mills, ensure prompt payment to farmers, workers' salaries and wages, and transform these once struggling factories into productive and sustainable enterprises. For years, these factories were a financial burden on the exchequer, surviving only on repeated taxpayer-funded bailouts while failing to pay farmers and workers. The government of Kenya has acknowledged its limitation in managing these mills. Let it be clearly understood that neither the factories nor their assets, including land, have been sold. They remain public property, leased under strict terms to private sector players to deliver shared value and revive the industry for the benefit of farmers, workers, communities, the sector, and the nation. As we dedicate our efforts to nation building, we are also preparing Kenya to thrive in an increasingly competitive, complex future. This requires equipping our learners with the knowledge, skills, and mindset necessary to seize opportunities and contribute meaningfully to national development. Guided by bold recommendations from the Presidential Working Party on Education Reform, we are undertaking the most transformational shift of our education system in over 6 decades. We have successfully transitioned to a competence-based education system, moving away from rote learning towards a dynamic, skills-based approach aligned with the 21st century needs and our socio-economic goals. Our next priority is to ensure every school has infrastructure and equipment needed to support both learners and teachers. To support this transition, and respond to the needs of our growing population, we have undertaken the largest teacher recruitment drive since independence, employing 76,000 new teachers over a period of 2 years, and are on course on additional 24,000 teachers by January next year. We also have built more than 23,000 additional classrooms, easing pressure on existing infrastructure and shielding teachers and learners from the burden of overcrowded classrooms. At the tertiary level, we have revolutionized education financing through a new student-centered funding model that ensures the sustainability of our TVETs and universities while expanding access for learners. Today, students from poor families get up to 90% of government scholarships, with parents paying only a nominal fee. In recognition of the transformative power of technical and vocational education and training, in tackling pressing socioeconomic challenges such as youth unemployment, skills gaps, and poverty, the government is aggressively scaling up investment in technical training. TVET colleges enrollment is set to grow 4-fold from 500,000 last year to 2 million by the end of this year, equipping a new generation with skills and knowledge needed to drive Kenya's industrialization, innovation, and economic competitiveness. Ladies and gentlemen, to further empower ordinary Kenyans and small businesses with affordable credit, the Hustler Fund has supported over 25 million borrowers, disbursed 70 billion, and mobilized 4.5 billion in savings. It has also introduced a revolutionary credit rating system that is transforming access to finance for millions who were previously excluded from the formal financial system. The Hustler Fund credit rating system is designed to offer fair and transparent assessment of creditworthiness. It serves as an alternative form of soft collateral for individuals at the base of our economy, the historically excluded majority who lack access to formal financing guarantees such as payslips, title deeds, or other traditional forms of collateral. To date, over 4.5 million beneficiaries with strong credit scores have been qualified for increased loan limits. Notably, 400,000 of them are now eligible for loans of up to 150,000 without any other collateral except their credit score, bringing them into direct engagement with commercial banks. This effectively integrates them into the mainstream financial system, unlocking greater economic opportunities for them. As part of this financial empowerment program for those at the base of our economy, I am pleased to announce that in recognition of the immense potential of our young people, their critical role in the economy, and their capacity for creativity and innovation, the government of Kenya has partnered with the World Bank to roll out the 20 billion National Youth Opportunity Towards Advancement Project, commonly known as Nyota. This initiative aims to empower over 800,000 young people aged between the ages of 18 and 29 years, and up to 35 years for those with disabilities, by enhancing their employability through skills, training, on-the-job experience, recognition of prior learning, and entrepreneurial development, and the promotion of a savings culture. The Nyota project leverages the Hustler Fund platform and has already attracted over 1 million applicants for its business support component. This initiative targets at least 70 young people in every ward across Kenya, offering grant funding, business training, and market linkages. We have committed 5 billion Kenya shillings in grants to support 100,000 young people. Each will receive Kenya 50 shillings grant in seed capital to start their entrepreneurial journey by August this year. I am equally pleased to report to the nation that effective this week, we will commence the nationwide rollout of Climate Works, a bold and ambitious initiative aimed at engaging over 110,000 young people across the 47 counties in meaningful work that strengthens their nation's resilience, beginning with informal settlements. Launched last year in Nairobi, the program has recorded significant success and is now being expanded to the remaining 46 counties. Structured as a social protection program, Climate Works will engage youth to deliver vital public goods, including the construction of roads, the planting of trees, and the improvement of environmental sanitation within their localities. Through Climate Works, we are not just offering a paycheck for today. We are providing financial relief and a bridge to future opportunities, enabling young people to pursue their next steps, whether in launching a business, furthering their education, or stepping into long-term employment. So vijana wa Homa Bay, mujipange kuanzia next week. Ile ilikuwa inaitwa kazi mtaani, sasa itaanza Kenya mzima, na vijana 110,000 watapata nafasi ya kushiriki katika kazi hiyo. Ladies and gentlemen, the blue economy is a central pillar of the bottom-up economic transformation agenda with vast potential for job creation, food security, revenue generation, and rural development. Many nations have leveraged their marine resources for prosperity. It is time for Kenya to do the same. That is why this Madaraka, themed around the blue economy and maritime affairs, is being marked here in Homa Bay, the bay of endless opportunities. When we speak of unutilized opportunities and untapped potential in the blue economy, Homa Bay in many ways mirrors the promise of Kenya itself. Kenya has the capacity to become a maritime powerhouse. It is time to act, time to do something bold, ambitious, and transformative with this opportunity. Recognizing this opportunity, the government of Kenya is prioritizing the blue economy as a key frontier for national socio-economic transformation. We are making deliberate and strategic investments in sustainable fisheries across lakes, dams, and oceans. A flagship initiative is the Kabonyo Fisheries and Aquaculture Services and Training Center of Excellence in Nyando. Once operational, it will produce 7 million fingerlings quarterly to restock Lake Victoria and drive research, training, and innovation. The facility will house a Nile Perch Innovation Center, an Aquaculture Resource Center, and the Kenya Fishing School, positioning Kenya as a regional aquaculture leader. Similarly, the Sagana Aquaculture Center is being modernized to serve as a national breeding hub to warm water species like Nile tilapia and African catfish. These initiatives will boost aquaculture productivity, improve nutrition, and expand livelihoods, aligning with Kenya's Vision 2030 and the bottom-up economic transformation agenda to expand fish farming into arid and semi-arid regions. In Mount Kenya's highlands, the Kikanjo drought hatchery is being upgraded to resolve issues like fingerling shortages and high costs, ensuring trout farming remains viable in cooler regions. At the coast, the National Mariculture Research and Training Center in Shimoni, under the Kenya Marine and Fisheries Research Institute, is cultivating maritime species like milkfish, mud crabs, seaweed, oysters, and prawns. This initiative aims to create jobs and improve livelihoods for about 200,000 people across 5 coastal counties. The development of Liwatoni and Shimoni fishing ports will further expand deep-sea fishing capacity to 24 vessels, fully unlocking our maritime potential. We have completed 7 modern fish landing sites on the Indian coast and 3 on the shores of Lake Victoria. Additionally, 5 more landing sites are under construction in the coastal counties of Kwale, Mombasa, Kilifi, Tana River, and Lamu at the cost of Kenya shillings 1 billion. Due for completion by September this year. 9 new landing sites are also planned around Lake Victoria, in Kisumu, Busia, Siaya, Migori, and Homa Bay, with a budget of Kenya shillings 1.5 billion. To strengthen the fisheries value chain, we are also building modern fish markets with cold storage and hygiene facilities. In the coast, markets are being constructed in Likoni, Malindi, and Kibuyuni. In Turkana, we are developing markets in Kalokol and Lowerangak, alongside fully equipped landing sites in Kalokol and Loyangalani. Collectively, these investments aim to cut post-harvest fish losses, currently estimated at between 30% and 40%, and create new economic opportunities for women and young people. The blue economy currently contributes 36 billion to our economy, which is only 0.6% of our GDP, but has the potential to contribute Kenya shillings 400 billion through both capture and culture fisheries. To meet this rising demand and ease pressure on wild stocks, we are promoting cage farming in Lake Victoria. As of 2024, over 4,000 cages have been established in Kisumu, Siaya, Homa Bay, Migori, and Busia, producing 12,000 metric tons annually, mostly of Nile tilapia. Ladies and gentlemen, over the past 2.5 years, we have constructed 1,800 kilometers of new tarmac roads and maintained over 134,000 kilometers, surpassing our targets, unlocking markets, empowering rural communities, and supporting key sectors such as agriculture and housing. Discussions have been concluded on the extension of the standard gauge railway from Naivasha to Kisumu and onward to Malaba. Additionally, by July this year, construction will commence on the dual carriageway from Rironi to Mau Summit, eventually extending through Eldoret to Malaba. Ladies and gentlemen, as we often say here in Kenya, any time is tea or coffee time, which explains why instant coffee is a favorite for many. Yet we must all agree that while instant coffee is good, there are no instant solutions to the enduring and demanding tasks of nation building. Real change takes plans, persistence, and discipline. Promises must be followed by action and the willingness, discipline, and grit to do what is necessary day by day. Above all, we must overcome the fear of change, knowing that today's world demands courage, conviction, and bold leadership. The transformation underway throughout our country is real and considerable. Profound change is taking place before our eyes. Our children are getting quality education and relevant education. By January next year, we will have employed 100,000 teachers, the highest number in our nation's history, to help build the workforce of the future. Roads are connecting communities. Electricity is reaching every village. Dignified homes are rising across counties. Farmers are feeding the nation. Millions now access quality health care without barriers. Border riders are getting affordable credit, and Mama Mboga are thriving in modern markets nationwide. This is bottom-up economic transformation in action. No longer a distant dream, but a lived reality for millions of hard-working Kenyans whose dreams are now within reach. We must sustain this momentum to make up for lost time and create opportunities for millions still yearning for a chance. We must remain steadfast in our belief in Kenya's potential and in our ability to realize our dreams. Let us never become a nation that stopped believing, nor a people who only dreamed but were too afraid to act. Let us move forward with the same spirit, honoring the vision of our founding fathers. Their dream was not just self-rule, but a nation where every Kenyan from every corner can dream freely, strive equally, and achieve their potential. Today, we renew that promise to leave no one behind and build a Kenya where hope and opportunity are a right for all. Jameni, munikubalie nimalizie hapo nikiwaambia ndugu zangu wa Homa Bay, asanteni sana kwa kutukaribisha Homa Bay. Tunawaheshimu, tunawapenda, na mimi nataka niwahakikishie safari hii tutatembea kwa pamoja. Nataka nimshukuru ndugu yangu mkubwa Mheshimiwa Raila Odinga aka Baba kwa kuunganisha pamoja na mimi taifa letu la Kenya. Tuondoe siasa ya chuki na ukabila na mambo ya kisirani. Tuwaweke watu wa Kenya pamoja kwa sababu umoja ni nguvu. Ndio mwimbaji mmoja hapa akatuambia, one waonge wasiwasi, one waonge watch, one wachodho mana teach. Alisema hakusema? Nirudie. One waonge wasiwasi, one waonge watch, one wachodho mana teach. Kwa Mheshimiwa Kindiki na Mheshimiwa Raila pengine hamuelewi hiyo lugha, inamaanisha hatuna wasiwasi, hatuna midomo mingi, tunachapa kazi. ile kazi bila break ndio tunachapa. Ni kweli ama si kweli, watu wa Homa Bay? Tuendelee ama tuendelee? Mimi nasema asante sana. I thank you all. God bless you. God bless our great country Kenya. Thank you very much.
Asanteni kwa heshima. Naomba sote tusimame kwa wimbo wa taifa na wimbo wa Jumuiya ya Afrika Mashariki. Waliovalia vyepeo visio rasmi tuweze kuzivua tafadhali. Asanteni kwa heshima. Naomba tuweze kutulia ili mwenzetu aweze kutupa itifaki ya kufumukana mahali hapa.
Kwa ruhusa yako Mheshimiwa Rais, niombe viongozi wabaki wametulia kwenye jukwaa rasmi ili niweze kutangaza itifaki ya kuondoka. Niwaombe pia wananchi, tafadhali kwa heshima tusalie mahala tulipo hadi viongozi wetu watakapoondoka. Niombe kutangaza kuondoka uwanjani kwa Rais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya Daktari William Samoei Ruto akiandamana pamoja naye mama wa taifa, wakisindikishwa na mkuu wa majeshi ya ulinzi Jenerali Charles Kahariri. Na wakati huo pia niombe gari ya service commanders iweze kukaribia. It is now my singular honor to announce the departure of Her Excellency Dr. Natasa Pik Musa, the visiting head of state and president of Slovenia. Nafasi hii ataondoka naibu rais Profesa Kithure Kindiki akiandamana pamoja naye Daktari Joyce Kindiki.
Ramogi achiel kachiel kuwuok e lap tuke mar Raila Odinga Stadium e boma ma Homa Bay, giko mar nyasi mar Madaraka Day mar 62 ma bende opong' kod nyadhi sironyo, dhano dunyore, dhano chamo miel, dhano nyiso mor margi kachiel kod chia. Kata kamano jatend piny owuon to wacho ni wan waonge wasiwasi, wan waonge wach, wan wachwado mana tich. Mago weche adek mowacho ni kata koro koth go oko to gima koth timo nok buoge, kata koponi ondiek ywak oko to rombe nindo e kul, kata koponi ang'o matimore en ochwado mana tich. Ali Abich, weche obedo mopot ahinya e nyasi ma kawuono, kendo aneno ka iloso kaka gi jopiny bende ginyiso mor margi.
Erokamano Bati, ng'eyo ni chenro ni endi en gima jo odak ma Homa Bay ka osebedo ka rito kuom thuolo malach ahinya. to joluo nowacho ni gima nigi chakruok mare giko mare nyaka bedi. Omiyo odiochieng' ma kawuono sama kamaendi nyasi mar Madaraka Day mar 62 mane obagi e kaunti ma Homa Bay kandi ochopo giko mare ka bati neno ka kit jopiny mano yuoro achiel kachiel chakre odiochieng' manyoro mar yuoro nyasi ndi mar winjo achiel kachiel ote ma jatend piny Kenya. Ineno ka bende bang' kane chenro mar pangruok achiel kod kelo mor mane timo kaendi rumo teno kano chiw thuolo mondo mi jopiny mane ni oko odonj achiel kachiel e lap tuke kaendi mondo mi kone giwinji twak ma jatend piny. Bati wabro mana mulo mana matin nono gigo eko ma jotelo osewenjo ka gavana ma Homa Bay kandi omulo mana moko dongruok ma sirikal mamalo osebiro katayo Homa Bay kandi ahinya to ne ma otelo ne nyasi ma Madaraka Day ma higa ni endi ka wacho ni maendi obiro kaluwo kod lwasi maber mar siasa e kind jatend piny William Ruto kaachiel kod ogai mar ODM Raila Odinga mano chuogo sirikal mar broad base mokone omiyo koro piny Kenya okwe kendo ginyalo manyo chenro mag dongruok mopogore ka bende ne komulo moko kuom dongruok ma sirikande timo nyaka ne okawo loch. But winjo ka jatend ODM bende oloso ka ahinya to odokne wach mane odokne tia chuny achiel mar Uganda jo Kenya. Kata kamano okone kata dokne jatend piny nokwayo ng'uono e kinde mano timo lemo mar piny to winjo kokone nitie joma no inyore kinde ng'anyo mag jensi bati mokone nyaka to sirikal onene joma no inyore ko chul ka to jogo mano wito ngimagi kinde ng'anyo ma kamano bende onyiso sirikal mondo ka ber to chulgi ma okone kwayo ng'uono kende okoromo bati. Jatend piny bende loso weche mopogore opogore kendo anyalo wacho ni rowere owuok oyudo keyo maduong' ahinya e nyasi ma Madaraka Day ma higa ni kiwinjo kowacho ni tich kasi mtani moro mane timo chaendi kochopo juma manyien bati biro duogo ayanga mondo mi koro rowere oikre mar tije ma kamago nyalo konyo e bero ngimagi bati. Ok ang'e ni gin ote mag ne fuaro achiel ariyo adek moko kalo kod ote ma jatend piny Kenya nogolo odiochieng' ma kawuono bati.
Kopogore kata gi jatend piny Kenya, jatend piny ma olimo Kenya kawuono mana jatend piny Slovenia iluongo ni Nyasi Musa owacho ni mondo mi pinje oriwre kendo Afrika nyaka riwre ka ginyalo yudo dongruok margi bende ka ginyalo chopo geno mane jogo mano kedo ne loch mag pinje Afrika ne nigoro gageta ni mondo ka pinje Afrika oseyudo loch margi to giyud duoko makare. Koro jatend piny Slovenia Nyasi Musa okoni pinje Afrika nyaka riwre kendo wacho mana kaluwore kod jawer moro mano wacho ni Africa must unite, Africa unite. Mano duond jatend piny mar Slovenia molimo pacho ka kendo mobedo wendo modhiale twak makawuono mar Madaraka Day ma 62 motimore boma ma Homa Bay. Nyakwar mogi kopogore kod mano ogai mar ODM Raila Odinga bende pod omedo mako chung' ni sirikal kokalo kuom jatend piny William Ruto nyaka chiw sir madwarore ne tend loch gwenge kata counties mondo gichop dwaro margi mag omenda kendo gine ni chenro magi otiyo maonge kod ng'ikruok moro amora. Bende okoni thuok sirikal adek moro ka moro winjo bende timo tije ka okone jo od bura ni owinjo bed ni giketo maino margi e keto nyong'ong kendo keto nyong'ong kaka sirikal mamalo tiyo kar mondo keto dwaro mar weche mag omenda kachal kagima nomulo omenda mag NGCDF mabedo osebedo ka okelo ng'ur e kind jood bura kaachiel kod governors ka jood bura ne dwaro ni mondo gilos chike mabiro neno ni omenda go odong' e lwet sirikal mamalo. Bende nyalo paro ni Raila Amolo Odinga okoni ma en okang' makoro nyaka ne ni osir loch gwenge kendo wacho ni ok owinjo bed ni imedo chuog kata isiro loch nanga tiwe loch gwenge mane okedne kendo okelne katiba manyien. Kopogore kod mano bende nyakwara mogi jatend piny William Ruto okoni bengi maduong' mar piny mangima ochoro ne Kenya bath omenda moko mabiro konyo e jiwo jomatindo ahinya kochakore higni 18 nyaka higni 29 to wacho ni ka jok moko manigi ng'ol ikgi biro dhi nyaka higni 35 kapod imiyogi sir makamano. Magi sir mabiro neno ni giyudo thuolo mag tije kokalo e lony kata talanta magin go miluongo ni creative kata gundho gik moko manyalo kelo mor manyalo puonjo oganda manyalo miyo ji nyiero gin gigo ma owacho ni sirikal biro timo kendo singo ni ma dhi timore machiegni. Jatend piny bende loso weche mag bero sekta mag sukari kaachiel kod bero sekta mamoko bende moting'o mago mag nam. To kopogore kod mano gavana mar kaunti ma Homa Bay Gladys Wanga bende nowacho ni apise manitiere dho nam ibiro gol mondo chiw thuolo ne yaro dho nam kaka achiel kuom kuondego minyalo timie limbe, kuondego minyalo timie ohala kaachiel kod keto kenge mag neno ni dho nam ma en nam mar Victoria oyawore ne chenro mopogore opogore manyalo jiwo yuto mar kaunti ma Homa Bay kaachiel kod tude kod pinje mamoko bende mantiyo kod nam namba achiel mar lolweni abich.
Erokamano ahinya Bati mopore kod Mwase Fuaragweko jopiny no nindo kaendi bedo kalore kod nyasi mana gin go kae kendo en mor mar bede kawo pach jopiny kalore kod twak mar jatend piny kod kaka nyasi mar Madaraka Day ma kawuono dhi nyime. Ibo chako gi nyingi ting'isa ni kaka in ni donjo stadium ka sadi to ang'o manyalo wacho kalore kod nyasi mar Madaraka Day ma orumo ayanga e lap tuke mar Raila Odinga ni?
An gi nyinga iluonga ni Jack Otieno Ochieng, Migori County, Tati Homa Bay. Adonjo ka saa 12 okinyi ma kawuono nyaka sani. Koro an to gimomora e nyasi ni ma kawuono ni kaluwore gi kaka jatelo nochung' mowacho ni odhi ndiko jopuonj higa mabiro 100,000 gi wiye kaka wan jopuonj mano e sekta ma wagombo ni wayude ji kesa ni jopuonj budho ahinya kapok oyudo tich to kaka nohamo ni odhi keto gino wamor kendo kaka wan jopuonj ma Homa Bay ma Kenya duto te wamor kabisa gi wachono.
Erokamano ahinya chakene gi nyingi ting'iso ni mokwongo ni donje alap tuke kaendi sadi to iwinjo twak modhi nyime gin ang'o minyalo wacho kalore kod twak ma jatend piny ogolo kaachiel kod kaka ne nyasi ni ndi chalo chakre nyoro nyaka koro rumo odiochieng' ma kawuono.
Karawe nyinga iluongo ni Jane Atieno Kuta ae dala mar Kindu Bay. Wamor ahinya gi nyasi ma kawuono chakre nyaka sani. Jatend piny owuoyo maber ahinya kendo weche moguro gin weche maber madhi loko ngimawa kaka jo Kenya waduto. Higni mang'eny ahinya kapok waneno nyasi malich machalo kama to wamor ahinya kendo warwako jatend Raila Amolo Odinga kaachiel gi president marwa William Samoei Ruto. Wageno ni higni mabiro kendo biro chako kelo nyasi maber machalo gi ma kendo biro loyo machalo gi ma. Jothurwa wago erokamano ahinya ne president marwa ni waneno gima lich ahinya kendo dhano yuoro kowuok e tung piny ka tung piny.
Erokamano bende an ka kod jaod bura ma Karachuonyo Mheshimiwa Dipo Kuome ma bende achiel kuom jotelo mawuok e kaunti ma Homa Bay kande mono yuoro nyasi kandi Mheshimiwa nyasi mar Madaraka Day orumo ayanga odiochieng' ma kawuono ka achiel kuom jotelo ma Homa Bay kandi gin ang'o gene mekwanyo kalore kod twak ma jatend piny ogolo to ang'o manyalo wacho kalore gi nyasi manobagi kaunti ma Homa Bay ka odiochieng' ma kawuono?
Kaka wan jo Homa Bay County bulu economy dawe mano wache kata ok kawuono to nyaka ito chake wuoyo kodwa e development mar the county. Bulu economy wadwa benefit ye kabisa nikech beaches magwa iloso ka ae to kata mana fishing nets and what not. Fishing style marwa biro change. Security marwa bende in the lake oyiene odwa mondo okaw steps mondo mi kik bedni wanegore kendwa in the waters kata jo moa oko mar Kenya nego jogewa. Obiro kaw steps to ito. Awacho mano nikech mano osehinyo jogewa mang'eny. I'm told around 5,000 people matho e Lake Victoria, Kenya side every year. Mano is too much. Obiro take care of that. To korka economy, I agree. Nikech onge sector mokro bulo, mokro timo nwa gimoro. Korka development mamoko, kuonde mamoko wacho kaka roads and so forth, ma otime gimoro. Kane wan kodi Otieno, kata yo maero wacho ne pile, kawa mona wacho, to kona kano ng'e yo madwa luwo. Madwa wuoye, mo wacho no biro dhi time, mano endo Kanyadhiang' Kadel Road. Wacho no biro dhi time, kendo tich osechakore, aba confirm ni tich to chakore. No wacho no gika ng'eyo development. Amor gi biro mare ka, amor gi Madaraka mano okel ka, to gi nikech Madaraka ni okelonwa so many things. God bless.
Erokamano ahinya bende Bati abiro miyi thuolo mondo idhi ane nyime gi twak inyiso ni to moko kuom jopiny ma in go kanyo wacho ang'o kalore kod nyasi mar 62 mar Madaraka Day ma kawuono orumo ayanga lap tuke mar Raila Odinga kaunti ma Homa Bay kandi Bati.
Kech mar chieng' abich omiyo achiel kuom jogo mano yuoro ka oneno ni ouma gi tat dero mag jo wasunge mondo kik chieng' cham ahinya wayud thuolo mar loso kodgi ka wang'eyo ni to gin ang'o gini ma gin giwegi giyudo kowuok e twak mowuok odiochieng' ma kawuono. Chakona gi nyingi ng'isa ni to in ng'a neno kirwakori ka gi gigo manyilni ma onyiso bendera mar piny Kenya. In ng'a to en ote mane miwuok godo e nyasi mar Madaraka Day motim kawuono kuom thuolo mokwongo e kaunti ma Homa Bay?
An gi nyinga iluonga ni Esther Auma Opio, Miss Kenya in quotes, aka en mambo serious. An jawer, jami ji nyiero, jandik shairi, kendo atayo nyithindo kapuonjo gi shairi.
puonj mane kata ote mane maduong' miwuok godo ka ahinya kotende kod gik mitimo kata gik mane gombo mondo iyudi odiochieng' ma kawuono kokalo kuom twak mag jotelo?
Amor kuom twak mag jotelo nikech ng'eny gi giloso maber, giloso e wach kwe, aito gichako giloso e wach msamaha mane gikwayo kaluwore gi tho mane jensi wa othogo, kendo moko bende nohinyore ma jalup ker owacho maber ni gidwa ni obi ochulgi. Mane gimomora namba 1. Mar ariyo, dongruok manende mama wa jaber osiepa kendo abro manya obe omanya. Loso kawacho gik monego bedni dhi mbele kata maendeleo monego bedni rais timo e dala mar Homa Bay ka. Nenda morgo. Rais kaloso ochako wacho wach mag SHA olose, ochako wacho wach mar modern markets mago be ochako lose. Rais olose gik mang'eny kabisa, ute mabechgi yot boma yangu bende ochako lose. To mage gik ma atarajia ni mondo mi awinj, kata kamano achandra moloyo sam abiro. Adonjo late, nya donjo nyoro saa 12 kawuok e dala mar Nairobi. To anyalo donje pap ka saa 9 mar otieno. To mondo mi oyiena mondo mi adonje iye ka adonjo saa 3 e wang'e. To kata kamano awinjo maber nikech bende kaka aloso kuomuni adwa ringo abe adhi achiemi abe nyo ayudo kadi ma nyogwela e status makoni. Adhi ane jaber wanga wachiem kode ka achiel.
Erokamano ahinya. Kwaramogi gin mana moko kuom jopiny ma medo nyiso mor margi kaachiel kod geno margi mar neno ni odiochieng' ma kawuono ni onyuolo olemo kaka gin bende geno margi ne nitiere. Walose gi jal moro achiel ka ahinya Kwaramogi kasto watika kawuono.
Erokamano ahinya. Gi nyinga iluonga ni Oscar Odhiambo. Aya Suba North e Homa Bay County kan wabiro ka nyoro to gima yago maduong' ma muhimu ma rais wacho maber ni kazi kwa vijana duogo kendo kaka joyudhe wa koro dhi chako tich mar kazi kwa vijana kendo gidhi yudo gino mamiyo gi pesa e ofuko gi to moingo gimoro amora te to wan kaka joyuth Homa Bay wa mor nikech mae first Madaraka Day mokwongo timore e county Homa Bay kendo wan gima Raila Amolo onyisowa e gima wabro luwo kendo I want to assure the president niya wabro chung kode kidata mondo 10 bila brekcha otimre mbele.
Erokamano ahinya Nyakwaromogi gin mana weche winjo kaka oganda onyiso mor margi kaluwore kod kaka weche chalo. Aparo ni okan gi mang'eny ahinya nikech koro seche bende ong'adore e studio inyisowa ni thuolo marwa 5 chal ka gima koro gore gi wadgi to kapok gigore magihinyore to koro watika mondo wakaw gik machielo.
Apani bati nyaka wakaw thuolo mar goyo kamano ne jotendwa kaachiel kod jogoyo komono ni chenro ni obiro achiel kachiel. Wasebedo kwaluwo chikruok ne nyasi mar Madaraka Day kuom jumbe 2 mokalo ka odiochieng' ma kawuono nyasi ma kamano no biro kaendi kendo thuolo machuok jatend piny Kenya otieko twak mare kaluwo kod nyasi mar 62 mar Madaraka Day mano bagi e lap tuke mar Raila Odinga kaendi. But inyalo wacho ni gimotimore kawuono chieng' bed karapar kendo kata nyithindo matindo biro bedo kaparo gigo magineno odiochieng' ma kawuono kaluwo kod nyasi maduong' ahinya mane kawuono bagi e lap tuke mar Raila Odinga kaendi. But ka kamano tapani wabudo kadoka studio mondo wadhi nyime kod ng'ini to jopiny wachang'o kaluwo kod nyasi mar Madaraka Day ma bende orumo ayanga odiochieng' ma kawuono nindi. But
James Opondoro osebedo chakre okinyi ne mosebedo koluwo weche gi e studio kaachiel kod wende wan bende kowuok ka omiye puoch gi pak kuom nyiso chia gi kinda chakre ne chenro ni chakre nyako giki weche adek ma jatend piny owacho wan waonge gi wasiwasi waonge wachwado mana tich. Ka kamano nyinga en George Bati kowuok e alap mar Raila Odinga Stadium e boma ma Homa Bay. Oriti masani.
Erokamano Nyakwaromogi Jwang wasebedo kwakelo ni chenro ni kowuok achiel kachiel alap ma Raila Odinga Stadium. Ago erokamano ne reporters magwa George Bati kaachiel kod Alia Beach ma osebedo ka miyowa twak kendo nyisowa kaka jopiny gi pachgi gino magiparo odiochieng'ni ma kawuono mar Madaraka Day. Wago erokamano Nyakwaromogi Jwang. Kata kamano gigo ma jatend piny owacho gin gigo ma koketie tim to wang'eyo ni Kenya biro goyo okang' maduong' ahinya kaachiel gi gik ma jatend piny owacho en ni okumba mar thieth mar SHA tiyo kendo konyo jopiny ka sekta mag niang' bende owacho ni deso kembe 4 mantiere ibo war Kenya kachiel koda pinje mag luo dhi konyo jopur kendo abro keto pesa fukegi ka bende wacho weche ma otenre kod somo mowacho ni jopuonj ibro med ndiki kachiel gi weche mag hola mag Hustler Fund bende wacho kacha kazi mtaani gino mose bedo ka konyo raweri mathoth bende wacho ni bro duogo weche motudre kod blue economy bende owuoye ko wacho wach mara Kanyagwal ma wacho ni bro bedo ka konyo jogo malupo e nam lolwe ka bende owacho ni gatireru mar ziare bro yaw kuwuok Naivasha kochopo Kisumu madhi nyaka Malava barabara maduong bende mawuok Nairobi kae ka dhi kalo Nakuru bende wacho ni kochopo di mara 7 nyaka Ramogojuang ibro chak gere magi duto owachi odiochieng' ma kawuono mar Madaraka nyasi mar 62 mar Madaraka mane bagi e alapa ma Raila Odinga Stadium podan kod wenda e studio wakae odowidi wana kwa tieko wach mane ma kimalongo e twak mar jatend piny
nitie weche ariyo kanyo man gi pek kabisa. Mokwongo en wach mar ndiko jopuonj e joma dhi e training kae to giduogo to gibedo dala to gimomiyo sirikal onego ndik jopuonj nikech training ma gitimo cha en mar puonjo kende kendo onego bed ni sikunde kech thoth gin mek sirikal emonego ne ni jopuonj ndiki ka ng'ato dhi otimo kose mamoko onyalo dhi indike kata private sector tije ng'enye kata onyalo timo gi to jopuonj onego ndiki. Mar ariyo en kazi mtaani koduogo wan gi yudhe mang'eny kabisa ma ka ok watime gimoro sani ma giyudo yor nweng'o to biro chopo kama koro gibiro chako penjo ni wato pokwa e sirikand ni to ni kanye. Omiyo mano be wach maneno kalich kabisa to gik mang'eny ma president ochikogo gima ng'eyo ni onge gima nosechiko moko timo kata ma ok odwa timo. Ka nitie mapok otimo to thuolo mar timo gibiro bede. Tang'e ni jopiny bende ong'eyo ni nitie gik moko mane president otimo to deko. Gideko nikech koko mang'eny manokitego gi ji e Kenya ka joma paro ni gin kende ma ginyalo nyuolo president. Oganda moro ma ok margi ko nyuolo president to gidwa ni gigol kata kapok ochako tich. Omiyo adwa ni mondo waikre mondo wami president thuolo mar tiyo. To awinjo kendo kowacho ni siasa mag chuki gi mag ukabila gi mag pogruok nyaka wawe Kenya ka eka dongruok biro bede. Kaka wache no onego bed ni ride mwalo nyaka piny nyaka chope level mar MCA.
Matunga.
Erokamano James. Madaraka Day odhi maber kabisa. Kendo mae Madaraka Day ma otim e rang'iny mamalo chakre ne chwe piny Kenya higni 62 mokalo. Iwinjo ka speech mar president omako gik motegno to mondo akwonga gole gi speech mar